That's our best plan here. That's our whole strategy. This is embarrassingly bad. Hello and welcome, guys. We are here for match 4 with the list you see on screen. We're currently 2-1, so doing pretty well so far, I must say. And also, I should mention, I'm actually exporting today's earlier video, the match just before this, as I'm playing this match. So that's just something interesting if you notice that down on the screen there. Like I said, we're here for match 4. I don't have much else to say. If you haven't seen match 1, then check it out. You'll find deck list details and all that kind of stuff, and there are numerous links in the description below for you to discover for yourself, and I'll see you guys in the games. Alrighty, let's hop in here for the match. See if we get paired against another Lurrus deck. Be on the play. Very lucky. I think our opponent must be revealing a companion. It is another Lurrus deck. Raise your hand in the comments below if you're getting tired of seeing all these Lurrus decks. That said, we're going to keep this hand. We get redundant amulets, which is good against potential discard spells. That means we can still double amulet combo our opponent. And we can make several tokens with this Urza Saga. So we'll just do the thing. Maybe we just get to turn 3 kill our opponent here. Maybe. If we get to play this amulet, then we don't have to be worried about discard spells. Through the breach. Yeah, about that one. Through the breach, huh? If we play Growth Chamber, activate Saga for a token, pick up the Growth Chamber. Next turn we float, sacrifice, get an amulet, play Bouncing. We can have exactly 6 mana to cast a Titan if we top deck it. If they discard spell us, then we're not really getting much out of the deal. We could just Vesuva the Saga. I really don't hate that at all. I think that's what I'm going to go for. This way we can have backup tokens, quote-unquote, and still make land drop progress here, play out our amulet, you know. We might even just get the expedition map probably with the Saga so we can transmute a Talari West instead. That makes a lot of sense to me. See what opponent is up to over here. It's the attack and pass, huh? Curious, but okay. They could be holding up Drown the Lock here, which is something interesting to note. I think we probably want to pact now. If they have Drown the Lock, they have to counter this pact. Alright. Okay. I mean, we're getting Titan. We'll sacrifice this. What do we get? Do we just get Relic? We still have 6 mana. Relic helps us play around them being able to activate Unholy Heat, which might be the thing that we most need to play around. They could also have Terminate, I suppose, which would be kind of a problem. We might not be attacking with this Titan. We might just be setting up green sources. I think Relic is fine here. Are we breaching out the Titan so we don't have to haste it? We'll have to sacrifice the Titan, but that might not be a problem. I think maybe getting Relic here and then using Breach to get the Titan into play, leaving up a mana to pop Relic or activate Saga or something is going to be way better. So weird, but I think this is the objectively correct way to go about this. It also hastes our Titan for us so that we don't have to play into Terminate. Let's go ahead and do the Breach now, I guess. They have blue. Okay. Dress Down. Dress Down is pretty brutal. Can we still attack with the Titan here? Or are we just losing? It does have haste. We could attack with it. I think we just lost to Dress Down, though. I totally was not thinking about Dress Down. Yeah, we just lose to our pack trigger next turn, so that's cool. Swing 6. Take that. Alright, and now we lose. Cool. I was thinking about drawing the lock, but clearly I wasn't thinking about dress down. This is I guess a more modern version of the Rakdos deck here. Yikes. Okay, so we're gonna want trackers. We're gonna want bolts and relics. Maybe and explosives. Actually, I'm not sold on that though. We don't as badly need to care about our opponent potentially having ways to grind, especially since we have trackers as well. So I think that maybe trimming Saga to try to play around Blood Moons and Alpine Moons might be alright, but not really necessary. I think Saga could be quite good here, so I'm not inclined to cut it. Azusa is not great, it just dies to everything. Summoner's Pact is a liability, as we just literally saw. Grazer is probably necessary, Map is probably not. And the breaches are obviously not the most impactful. We're probably just racing to get a Titan into play and trying to play through discard, so breach doesn't really help us with that goal. And for the same reasons as before, I'm going to cut the Gemstone Mine, just because we don't want to have to sacrifice our land over repeated usage. There's no guarantee we're just going to be having infinite lands. We might need to conserve our resources, and Gemstone Mine could make that pretty awkward, so... Well, lost to dress down. That's interesting. Well, we got blockers and we got interaction for days. I mean, I'm going to keep it. We even have a bounce land ready to go with this amulet. Possibly just leading on Grazer. Unclear. I guess if we lead on amulet, then next turn we can Grazer and Bolt, and that plays around them having a Ragavan, and then next turn having a dashed Ragavan, so I guess this is fine. And if they have a discard spell, then we don't really care about them taking any of our individual cards here. Probably not playing Grazer if we can avoid it. Like, we might just play Stomping Ground, Bolt, whatever they play here, and then hold up Bolt during their turn. Seems reasonable. They Thoughtseize, okay. Of course, our opponent does have Lurrus. This hand doesn't really feel like it's going anywhere, but... Tracker. Not a bad one, not a bad one. We'll just play our tap Stomping Ground and pass. I don't want to expose our tracker to a removal spell right off the jump. If we can draw another land, play that, and then the turn after play tracker into Gruul Turf, that might be something I'm interested in. If our opponent plays literally anything we can bolt here, we're probably going to bolt it, so... Thoughtseize. That does punish us for not playing the tracker, that's for sure. Explore. We'll do that off the Gruul Turf, I think, just so we can keep our mana up for Lightning Bolt. Okay. We're kind of just sitting back, waiting on anything. Waiting on them to cast something. Waiting on us to draw something relevant. They just put Lurrus in hand. Alright, Tracker off the top. Tireless Tracker. Fetch land not really doing it. That's alright. I mean, our opponent should know our entire hand here. Bolt, Gruul Turf. If they play Lurrus and Bobble here, I'll be pretty happy with that. Just land pass, huh? Okay. Titan? Okay. I mean, we're definitely casting it. We're running face first into dress down, but, I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world. They could have actual counterspell, but I'm going to leave the Stomping Ground in deck in case we need to find a Stomping Ground tapped and untap it with multiple amulets, for example. I guess we don't want to float all this mana before we play our land drop, so we'll do that first. Alright. And we pick up... possibly just the Gruul Turf, to be honest. Play Titan. I think getting a blue source Tolaria West makes sense here. There's dress down. Okay, so we're not getting anything with the Titan. Well, I mean, I guess we just pass. Dress down is very annoying, to be honest. Unholy Heat. Okay, well, yeah, this seems like a horrendous matchup. These lightning bolts are looking a little out of place here, too. Maybe we should treat this like more of a control deck than an aggro deck? Death Shadow. Well, that would die to a bolt. Just all the Death Shadows. Okay. Well, we'll bolt a couple of... Oh, wait, we can't bolt any of them thanks to the Delta. I think we're just straight up dead here. Like, what can we actually do? If we could find a third bolt here, we could just send all the bolts at their face. Maybe they fetch Shock and then play a Shock land, and then we just double bolt them because they didn't realize they were just dead to lethal. That's our best plan here. That's our whole strategy. This is embarrassingly bad. Well, we'll just take 9 here. You know, it's all good. It's all good. They could fetch Shock, and then if we double bolt them, they'd be at exactly 1. Not even going to, huh? Here's Lurrus. Okay. I don't know if it even makes sense to bolt this Lurrus. Perhaps it does. Probably not. Titan off the top might still be good enough. Alright, well, untap. Titan? Okay, okay, okay. We'll cast this one. Okay. I mean, we got one option, so that's what we're gonna go for. Yeah, that's fine. Pick up Stomping Ground, I guess. I mean, we're either winning this turn or losing next turn, so I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just pick up the Stomping Ground. We'll play Titan, leaving the white floating. We'll haste off of Valakut Slayers and just see what's what. Probably bolt Lurrus so they can't gain the life from it. I mean, there's literally nothing that we can really beat here, so we're not playing around any of it. Boom. Haste? No? Say it ain't so, opponent. Terminate. Cool. Alright, alright. You got us. 2 cards left and they had to have Terminate too. I would say it was a close game, but not really. Well, that felt awful. Grixis decks, especially Grixis Shadow, tend to be pretty bad matchups anyways, and considering we're playing the Dead Through the Breaches against our opponents, you know, tons of counter magic and interaction and dress downs and discard, definitely was not looking to be a good matchup for us, so not much we can do about it. Let me know if you would have done anything differently in this matchup. We just died with 2 lightning bolts in hand, too. Guess the red instants are not really the most powerful against the Grixis dress down deck, huh? Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that match, because I still enjoyed it regardless, and I will see you guys for the 5th and final match, where hopefully we can pull out this 3-2. If not, at least we'll have had some fun while we're playing, and learned a little bit. So, anyways, I will see you guys in the next match. This is Redface Menace, signing off.